Hey everybody, just refreshing my water and setting up a fan because somebody has it 78 degrees in the house. All right, how we doing? Let's see who's here. Hillbilly, Cooley, good to see you guys. I just thought out of the blue I'd do a little brief stream on World Radio League as I do the California QSO party. How you guys doing today? Let's see here. Let's switch that to rounded. And I don't know why it's black. I like blue. Okay. I think that's good. All right. Let's switch to the screen and see what we got here. I have got Luna hair, and it's like I can't get it out of my eyesight. So, just going to show some of the stuff I do for contesting, and I've been using World Radio League last few contests to just kind of get used to it. It's fun. It's graphical. I like fun graphical things. I was not a DOS person. I was very much a Windows person. I like GUIs. So normally what I would do is each week I'll pull up contestcalendar.com. And it'll has all the information up here, but the main screen comes up and it shows you kind of what's upcoming. So today is the 4th. And it shows you all the contests that are going on right now. And what I'm doing mostly is I look for the QSO parties, the state QSO parties. When you click on it, it brings up the information, links for submitting logs, links to the rules, but it gives the basic rules here. So for the California QSO, state QSO party, the exchange, California will give you a serial number in their county. And then I in Texas will give the California station a serial number and my state. So we're not doing 599 and all that stuff. You're giving them a serial number. And right now, I think I'm on 20. But also what I found here on World Radio League is if you go down here to contests, once you log in and create an account, you go down to contests, it'll show you the upcoming contests. So I'm assuming their database is similar to Contest Calendar. If so, it's all going to be in here. And these are the current live contests here. So you can see California QSO party, and there's an Oceania DX voice contest. And then you just click on here and click join for free. So you can see I'm enrolled. So it shows me already enrolled. And then once you're enrolled, actually, I think if I click there, now let's see. Oh, okay. So once you click on it, you can click right here and it shows you the rules. Scroll down and it gives you all the rules here. So contest calendar is a little easier, right? You don't have to log in. It pulls up all the stuff. But once you're logged into World Radio League, you can scan through the contests, see the rules and all that stuff. So let's go back home. And so right now you can see up here, the window is still California QSO party. Contest is live and gives you a time over here long, another day and 3 hours. So it'll end tomorrow plus 3 hours from now. You got your profile, your log books. There's analytics, activities, spotting, all sorts of stuff. But today we're going to focus on the California QSO party. And I was doing some earlier today, and I was able to maintain. Well, actually, I dropped to second. Armando Delgado was first for a while because I was doing something else. But yeah, I worked my way up to first again, number 19 with 19 QSOs. Now, granted, not everybody's on here, so I already know there's California stations going into the 200 QSOs already. So if everybody was participating, I wouldn't even be close to first. But it's kind of fun to watch. You can look at leaderboard here. Shows you that same screen. Statistics, breaks it down. Voice, CW, frequencies. The map, which is kind of cool, shows you all my. I think this is this is everybody contesting, I believe. So everyone that's in the contest, I think. And there's the rules again, and then you go to your logbook. So you can see your log over here. Top right over here on your log, you see number 19. So when you have to do a serial number in the contest, you just come over here and get rid of the 599. And so my next serial number sent is going to be 20 because I've logged 19. And I do a 020 because I hope to break 100. So I always put a 0 in front of it. And then we'll just put their call sign in and then the serial number they give us here and the county. So you'll see a bunch of counties. Let's say San Francisco. There's Sacramento, SACR. San Francisco's probably there's SFRA. San Diego is SD, or no, SDIE. SD must be something else. And then there's like Fresno, FRES, and you just put in their county. And I don't have any kind of cat control connected, even if I don't even know if you can. So I put in the frequency here, and let's just say 14. If you just put 14 megahertz, it's going to assume your CW. So if you want voice, you put in the frequency you're running, and then it'll switch automatically to voice. It'll fill these two in. You can always manually change it if you want. So what I do is I find someone and that I can hear. I'll put their call sign in and their county, and then I'll just wait for when they recognize me, and then I put their number in here that they give me. And then one of the places, if you don't have it, like if I use Ham Radio Deluxe, it has a built-in spotter. If you want to use a spotter network, the DX Summit.fi is really good for that. And you can see here the info. So let's look down and find right here. They've put in, let me make that bigger. They've put in California QSO party voice, and then the call sign is W6TCP at 21312. So let's go ahead and change to 21. And change my amp because I'm doing high power. Well, I can't do more than 500 watts. And then we'll go to 21312. I'm a casual contester, so this is great for casual contesting. Let's go to 312. And let me turn on so I pull up the spot. Let's come back here. And it was Whiskey 6 Tango Charlie Papa. I haven't put in a dupe yet, so I don't know if it says dupe somewhere, if I've got that already. But I haven't done TCP. So he's going to be 20. I got the frequency in is 321, 312. It changes it when you tab. So let's go ahead and give him a call. Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. I'm going to guess I'm going to be 283. Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. And he was Alameda, so it's going to be this. I didn't get 283. Any station with any letters in the call, he said. Okay, I'm on the dipole right now. Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa. Okay, he's not hearing me. I'm going to switch to my vertical. So much louder. Kilo 5, Victor, Oscar, Papa. Kilo 5, Victor, Oscar, Papa. Thank you for Alameda. You are 20, Tango X-ray, Tango X-ray. 20, 20, 20. I thought I was on 284. Let me listen again. Oh, so I was 7. When I switched to the vertical, it was noisier. This is back on the dipole. You can see how clean it is. Look down at my radio and look at the difference when I switched from my off-center fed dipole that I just put up yesterday. And now compare it with the vertical noise. It's a big difference. But in my inverted V between 2 houses, it may not reach everywhere the vertical can reach. So sometimes I'll switch to the vertical, transmit, switch back to listen, switch to the vertical. And I could plug a listening antenna into my second port on the 101D and have that be my listening. But anyway, I'm just casually contesting. So we got all this in, and we're going to log that. And so we got that logged. It shows you their distance. And then you can go back to leaderboard, and this updates regularly. And you can see, oh, Pavel Shumarov is working his way up. He's probably going to pass me up here. So he'll take the place, and then this will all move as people get, different positions. So anyway, this is kind of how I casually contest, and I have fun with World Radio League. Now, if you want to, when you're finished and you want to import it into Logbook of the World, or let me mute this. If you want to, import it into Logbook of the World or Hammer to Deluxe Log or QRZ, then once you're done, you just go over here to the cog and you click Export here, and you choose what type of file, the Cabrilla, which is what you'll export to upload for the contest, or you can export an ADIF, and then you import that into whatever contest, just like normal. Let's see. Let's go back to Logbook. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. And let's see, look at their memberships, manage subscriptions. So I think I'm basic. Yeah, so I'm basic, which right here is $3 a month. I think I paid annually $36. And here's a coupon code. Maybe you can use that and get a discount. I don't know what that is. Let's see, unlimited contact. So you can change. There's $60 a month, $108 a month, and choose your. I've got it on auto renew. So anyway, it's just a fun graphical interface, as opposed to, say, N3FJP, which is what I normally use to log, or N1MM or Hammer to Deluxe. So let's see. Let's go back to my contest. Let's look at integrations. I think integrations, Logbook of the World, QRZ. So it's all. Oh, I thought I had that. Well, darn it. I thought I linked that. Let me pop this up just in case a password shows. Not linked. Interesting. Okay. So to link it, let me go to my logbook in QRZ.com, settings, and then I'm going to copy my API code. See, I thought I'd done this. And then I'll go back and input that, save, Select logbook to import your QSOs from QRs. I don't want to import. I'll just save it. Okay, so let's see. Make sure it doesn't show anything. All right, so now you'll see it's linked with QRZ and it exports to QRZ. So auto export right here. Let's do that. All right, so that's all set up. Now I don't have to worry about QRZ. I might have to export. Actually, you know what I'm going to do for this one? I'm going to not automatically export yet because I'll just export. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Hey, there's Andy. I'll export and do it manually this time. And then I'll set it up to auto export from now on. All right, enrolled. Let's go back to the contest. It's updating. Pavel is now 13. So he's cruising out of Canada. He's going to take top spot here pretty soon. So let's go back to this. And yeah, I guess it didn't show, but when I imported my ADI, it did. I think that would have shown. How you doing, Chris? Welcome. Hey, Kelly. Use the term loosely. So let's see. I wonder if I should. Let me change something because it's kind of blocking it. I wasn't going to do a very long stream, but let me change this. Let's get rid of that chat, and then we'll just put the stream chat and kind of shrink my screen. Let's do this though. Does that work? That doesn't work. That. I guess you can't shrink the stream. It doesn't shrink. Enter full screen. I don't want full screen. Okay, weird. So maybe I won't do that. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. So you guys could see the chat in YouTube, but anyway. So what I can do here is you can scroll through, or what? Wait a minute. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so that guy's on right now. That's a California call, but they're not putting any comments in here. But anyway, here's one, Shasta, but he's CW, as you can see here, 21043. I'm not doing CW this time. Here's another one, 21034. So I kind of just scan through 040, 04. So there's quite a few CW ones out of California. So it's a good time to do CW and add to your log. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to get on, and I got up too late this morning to do a targeted contacts live stream. So I was just doing this for a little bit. Say hello to everybody. I'm interested to see if, let's go back to the leaderboard and let's look at Pavel's logs. I bet he's doing CW. Yep, he's doing CW. And that's why he's cruising. Benefit of CW. He started voice, he was slow, and then he popped onto CW. And look at that, he's just rocketing to first place. So there you go. Get your CW down, and you can do a lot better in some of these contests. So I guess I could set up my CW in my 101D, but oh, David Harris is moving up. Let's check David Harris's. Let's see if he's doing CW as well. So he's all voice so far. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the interface. Kind of cool. There's spotting, there's leaderboards, analytics, logbooks, profile. But I think it's fun up here. It kind of keeps track of what you're doing. So right here, I've currently logged for 1 day. So my streak is 1 day. And currently logged streak 1 week. So there's a week and a daily log streak. So it's kind of like it's a little bit gaming. I guess that's why it's World Radio League, because of kind of like Rocket League and other games. Kind of keeps tabs of who's in the top 3 place and other stuff. I just like the graphical interface. Um, and all the exporting and stuff works just like anything else. Gives you a Cabrillo log and all that stuff. So anyway, how's everyone doing? What are you guys doing today? I just wanted to get on and show World Radio League. So I'll probably go another 10, 15 more minutes and then shut it down and go have some lunch. And then continue as I try to maintain my lead against Pavel and David as they rocket their way to the top. I know some guys are down at Belton. I know Jason, Hammerheader 2.0, Dave from Seed Studio. A couple of my buddies from the clubs are down there. Scott from Hamstop. And I saw earlier that Kilowatt and Bourbon, if you know his YouTube channel, Kilowatt and Bourbon. I think it's just Kilowatt and Bourbon. His YouTube channel. He was down live streaming earlier. So he's down there. Just too far for me to drive for about 4 hours. It's just too far to go. If I was looking for some gear or something, maybe I'd go down. FT8. Jordan, you got to get on and do some California QSO parties. The cool thing about some of these, like California, there's a lot of people. Texas, there's a lot of people. So you can get a lot of QSOs on your log. I thought that looked familiar. I thought that call looked familiar. The Hillbilly Ham. Now I will not forget his call sign again. He's working his way up here in 3rd place. I'm not sure how often it updates, but I don't know if I recognize the call or maybe I recognize the icon or the combination. I'm used to calling him Hillbilly though, not David. He's just got another one. He's 12 now. Hey, buddy, how's it going, man? Dude, I've got too much on my QRZ page. Sometimes I think I need to streamline it, make it shorter. Yeah, I think I recognized the icon and then the call sign clicked. And so checked you out. Yeah, man, keep going. Are you just going to do voice today? I don't. I mean, if I do CW, then I may use my memory slots on the radio for the CW, but then I'll have to do the serial number and state. So I'll have to get down some of the numbers. I don't know all the numbers. I'll have to do the serial number and state manually, and I could do that. That might be good practice for getting numbers down. Actually, it might be a good thing that I might do. I might practice my CW and manually give out my call. And this might be the first time I could manually do some contesting on everything. I might have to try that later. Get some CW calls in there. Why isn't it going back? Yeah, I saw you moving your way up there, Hillbilly. Let's see where you're at. 12. You just got another one. And Pavel out of Canada's 15. So with California, it's one that I'm hoping. My goal today is to kind of get 50. I'll take a break a little bit after the stream. I don't know. I need to look at the rules, make sure there's no like field day type of a break rule where you got to be gone for so many hours. I doubt it. But anyway, I'd like to get at least 50 today. And let me show you one thing we're doing as a club. which is kind of fun. So this 3830 Scores website keeps track of contests, and then you submit your logs, and you can submit as a club. And then what they do is, let's go to what was last week. Last week was last week New Hampshire, I think. I think last week was in New Hampshire. That's the one I can remember. So if you look up last week, September 20th, you can look at the scores, and then the people that have uploaded their scores here, and it's manual. You manually put it in. It shows the list of call signs and all that. And over here, you'll see club. Oh, let me make this bigger. So over here, you'll see club. And what this does is it, I don't see any Lark. Oh, there it is. Here's one. So K5YX Mike, he submitted 63 points for the Lark Club. And then what that does is that keeps track of club activity. And then there's a, where is the, was this it or what? Let's see, contest summaries. You know what I don't know, and I'm gonna have to ask. I don't know where state QSO party challenge. Maybe it's here. Let's try this. Let's see. So here's the state QSO party challenge, and what we're trying to do as a club is we're trying to move up the ranks. I think we're like 10th place right now. And what you do is you submit your log every time you do a QSO party. You have to get at least 2 contacts. Okay, to submit. So every week, if I don't have time to really do contesting, I will make at least 2 contacts so that I can submit, and that me as another operator in the club in another QSO party adds as a multiplier, so that helps the club even if you only get 2. So what you do is you get at least 2. You go in and upload your log to the 3830, I think, and that's where they pull it from, I think. And then you put in the club, and it aggregates the club and shows puts the club in a certain spot against all the other clubs. Links to all the approved contests is there. Let's see. I guess they got the approved contests here. Let's see if we go to New Hampshire, what they have. Okay, so that takes you to their website. I did not upload to the last QSO party websites. So right here it says, the annual state QSO party challenge, so it resets every year, recognizes all radio amateurs participating in the U.S. state and Canadian province QSO parties. It is open to any amateur radio operator, any radio amateur who participates in any of the approved state QSO parties. Participants must simply submit their scores to 3830scores.com to be included in the challenge. And then they, using that, the submissions, they have a list, and I'm trying to find like current standings. Revised rules. Let's see. Leaderboard. Okay. Club challenge leaderboard right here. So when you click on that, yeah, here it is. So when you click on the club challenge leaderboard, you can see right here, get that bigger. They aggregate all the scores uploaded to 3830scores.com. And so the Minnesota Wireless Association has 910 entries, 52,000 QSOs. And with each one, there's multipliers and such. They have 47 million for their score. They're number 1. So you can come down here and see we're not doing too bad for a fairly small club. See, we've only got 327 entries, and that's a third of the entries of the Minnesota one. But then our QSOs, we have 8,200 QSOs and then 2.7 million. So right here. So that's our club right there. So it's kind of fun as a club. It's a fun club event in most weekends, there's QSO parties in Canada or the US. So it always gives you something. At least just get on your radio once a week and, join a contest, upload to 3830 and kind of, do something as a club. So, um, and when you're done, let's see, let's look down here. Where's California? Here. So when you're done, let's say I finished California QSO party today and I don't continue into it, even though it goes to tomorrow. You just click on it, and it's real simple. You just input all your information here. But if you're doing club, you got to make sure you click here and scroll down and find your club. If it's been, I think you have to submit perhaps that your club wants to do it maybe, and you just select your club. Make sure that that's in there for your club, and then you got to put everything in red has to have something. So if you made no CW contacts, you'd have to put a 0 there, at least something. And then you put the phone QSOs, what band and how many, and then depending on the contest, you're going to add multipliers. Sometimes contests for CW, the points is 3 per QSO, and so if you had 2 40-meter CW, your number down here would actually be 6. And then there might be another multiplier for how many counties, individual counties. You might have gotten 10 individual counties, so you do a 10 in there, and then you multiply these 3 numbers, or add these 2 and multiply the multiplier, and then you put your total score in and submit. It's real simple, and then that puts you on that contest summary. Like here's field day, there's field day, and then you can see all the other people, their clubs, and everybody participating. So anyway, that's kind of what I use. QRZ, contest calendar. With World Radio League, you don't need contest calendar. Contest calendar is a little easier to pull up because there's no logging in or anything like that. But they have activities and contests here as well. I always have QRZ pulled up. Just I can pull people up, and then DX Summit if I don't use Ham Radio Deluxe spotting network, and then that's it. So. And when you spot, just make sure you put something in the info in the comments so that people can see what it's about. Because I really look here. I don't look over here for 6 calls like this one. He might be participating, but I don't know because they didn't put CAQP for California QSO party. Yeah, Chris, all of our pages. All right, Hillbilly, are you going to? Do you do CW? I don't recall. I might. I'm gonna have to pull up the numbers because I don't know all the numbers. I might have to have a little cheat sheet pulled up, and I might be doing about 5 or 10 words a minute. So hopefully the contesters doing CW will be patient with me. I might try some CW. It's good practice for me for numbers, and like I already know Tango X-ray, I already know Texas, but numbers will be a good thing for me to practice. So anyway. Oh, and look for, so I talked to Andy. We weren't able to work something this week. But Andy's going to join me next week, maybe Thursday or Friday. I can't remember his schedule. And we're going to do some kind of a live stream. And he's going to come on and talk about World Radio League and the changes and updates and things happening. They're updating and doing things all the time. So, oh, look, here, Pavel, let's wait. Once Pavel gets 20, it'll put him at, because he's more recent than my QSO. Once he hits 20, it'll put him ahead of me. So let's, once that switches place, then I'll go ahead and end the stream. But look for Andy joining me next week. Let's see. I'm going to try to do a short. Maybe I'll put the short out today of the raspberries I freeze dried yesterday. I currently have smoked pork shoulder being freeze dried right now. Yes, you can freeze dry pork. You want to get, remove as much fat away out of it as you can. But I'll have freeze dried pork that can last 25 years if properly stored with O2 packets and sealed and in a dark place. And then Sunday night rag chew crew. Sunday night rag chew. Okay, maybe that's why. Yeah, they were doing something. Thanks, Hillbilly. they were doing something he said, and so he said it'd be better to wait next week. So be some interesting information coming from Andy next week. N0, is it APX? APX, I think. Check out his website too for the biscuit antenna. I still haven't used my 40-meter biscuit antenna. I need to I need to see if I built it right and see if it is even tuned on 40. So anyway, my super glue wasn't really super glue, so I'm wondering if it worked or not. Oh, there we go. Oh, I thought it would have put him first. Let's see if it updates. Maybe it'll move him to first place. All right. But you'll be gunning for me, Hillbilly, for second place. I'm going to take a break a little bit after the stream, go eat some lunch, and maybe do some cleanup. But I'm a casual contester, and this is the way I kind of started casually contesting. I use N3FJP a lot. It's great software and very simple to use. But I'm gonna probably move more and more to World Radio League. I really enjoy it. And I believe they've got an app as well, I think is what I used at POTA. So let's give Pavel another opportunity here to pass me as I pause my contesting. Oh, it's updating. Did he? Nope, nothing yet. Come on, Pavel. Yeah, I mean, it's a great price too, Chris, and it's a fun build. I think he's updated the way the screw in the middle turns or something. I can't remember when he comes on next week. If we can make it work next week's stream, Thursday or Friday. I think he said Friday works for him. I'll try to remember to ask him about that. All right, Hillbilly. Yeah, I've actually got a lot of stuff to do as well. I got 20. Even if I ended with 20, I'm okay. That's a decent effort for the club group effort for the State QSO Party Challenge, Club Challenge. Normally, I only do, maybe 5 to 10. But California has a lot of hams, so this weekend is a good weekend to try to get some extra contacts in your log from California. Oh, lighter gauge wire. Okay. Yeah, I got to do some cleanup, get some things caught up. Maybe see if the wife wants to go get lunch or something. But I'll probably get back on later, and I'm really going to try for 50, just because California has so many places like New Hampshire. I think I only got 2. I think because there's so few operators, or I just couldn't hear them. But California's got a lot of ham radio operators, like Texas. Oh yeah, are you at home, Chris? Come on, Pavel. Let's get that. Let me refresh it and see if he updated. Nope, not yet. All right, we'll give him a little bit longer. Yeah. It's it goes for another 24 hours plus 3. So what would that be? Central Time, 4:40 p.m. So 5 p.m. tomorrow. Does that sound right? Yeah, 5 p.m. tomorrow Central Time. That's the other thing I like about having on my other screen here. I've got. Let's see. Oh, I got to do that in. That's why I like having my. That's why I like having my Innovato ham clock up, because it gives me the UTC time here, and then my time here, and behind my radio screen here is the any DX location you want. Right now, you can see this green dot. Mine's Japan. So anyway. But yeah, anyway, it's a fun thing. So if you got a club, maybe start looking into it and discussing it and start next year. I think it starts fresh every year at January 1st. Oh, I wonder if, let's see, State QSO Party. Let's see, where was the leaderboard? Whoops, club leaderboard. Okay, that doesn't really have leaderboard. Challenge leaderboard, maybe? Let's see if it has it in there. Okay, so this is individual. I wonder if I could search. I'm going to be way down here. So this orange one tells you how many QSO parties of the total amount they've participated in. So this right here is how many QSO parties they participated in. And I think I've only done maybe 21. So let's go down. 22. Let's see here. Come on. I wonder if there's a way to search. Well, I know I didn't do 15. I've done more than that. I should be in here somewhere. Or maybe I've done more than 21. I don't remember. I thought I did 21. Or am I not seeing my call sign? Oh, there I am. Oh, I've done 27. So there you can see what I've done here. I've done 27 of the QSO parties. I've gotten 2,991 QSOs. Or no, I think that the QSOs is 279. Let me look at this. I got to go up here and see. Let me highlight this so I can come back to it. Total points, QSOs. Okay, so this is total points. I've added 2,991 points to the club score. I've made 279 QSOs at 10.3 QSOs per contest. So, and this is my total score right here after the multipliers. So you see multipliers come in handy. I only made 2,991 points, but I think this is after the multiplier score. Let me see. Yeah, cumulative score. I think is how that works. Or maybe that's a multiplier with how many QSOs or QSO parties you have participated in. Anyway, so that's another place to go. You can check out. Here's the top guy with 2.5 million points. Oh, we got it. There you go. 21. We missed it. We missed the live action swapping to first place at Pavel. Now he's in first place. So, all right. Dave, Chris, let's see who else is here. If anyone else is in, it says 11. I don't see anyone else in chat, so I'm going to go ahead and end it, guys. So Pavel's pushing forward with first place in the California QSO party on World Radio League. But check it out if you haven't already. It's fun. There's a little bit of learning, not too steep of a learning curve. It's kind of basic. Play around with it and have some fun. So you guys, 73, have a good rest of your weekend, and try to get on and make a few QSOs. Join the California QSO party. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow night at 8:30 Central after Jason's stream, Ham Radio 2.0 for Sunday Night Rag Chew. There's Kelly. Hey, Kelly, 73. And let's see. Do I have a short? Thanks for watching. I don't. I do not have a short. Thanks for watching, guys. So I'm just going to have to end it. Thanks, everyone. Here, I'll end it with credits. 73, have a good weekend.